Hello everybody, Cyanusk111 here, and welcome to what might be the grand finale of my Civilization 6 playthrough as Julius Caesar of Rome, depending on how long these last 6 turns might take. As you probably know if you've seen the last part, I am in the process of marching towards Buddha with all of my giant death robots in tow, so I can go ahead and try to either take it for myself or liberate it to Hungary, which was the founder of said capital. But that is going to be a task easier said than done because of its population being 28 and the possibility that there might be some giant death robots roaming around. And I think I've seen one in the last part marching upwards, so I'd better be careful. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and take out this modern armor unit first and foremost before I do anything to Buddha. It didn't actually register. Oh, it can't actually reach. It can't actually reach from Mayapura. I didn't know that. Giant death robots can only reach so far, yet that is as far as they can reach, unfortunately. And despite being heavily outnumbered, the giant death robot has won the day. Awesome. Rebellion in 4 turns. I think I can hold off on having my giant death robot jump over to Buddha and help these other 2. So I'll just have to go ahead and get everything I need to done, if at all possible. Oh dear. I think I right-clicked again. Stupid right-clicking! Without even meaning to, was that on top of that. Gosh. So annoying. Campus research grants that wasn't really what I wanted. Commercial hub investment is what I want. I'm definitely kind of glad that this game is ending because of how laggy this whole thing is. I think I should definitely stick to games like Balatro and Bingle Bingle for the time being. I think I should probably stop thinking to play Civilization 6, at least for my YouTube channel until I get my new computer. Most certainly. In enemy zone of control. So my giant death robots can't jump whenever I'm in an enemy zone of control. But at least I can seize this opportunity to take Har back. Or Harar. Is this gonna do anything? Oh, what is happening? Come on. Okay, it's finally going. Yeah, my computer is definitely not powerful enough to be running this and Streamlabs at the same time. Not anymore. That's clearly something my computer was probably not made for. With how low its RAM is. The RAM I have on this computer is only 8 gigabytes, but the computer I'm looking forward to getting is about 16, so it'll definitely handle running both this and Streamlabs much better. Okay. And upkeeping the city, because why not? Kind of want to get some more gold while I'm thinking about it. And I think I'm going to have to move my aircraft carrier away from this scene. Probably all the way back to my empire proper if I have to, because it's probably not going to be worth it to have my airplanes be sent in to combat zones, especially when it's not even that necessary. I'll have logistics, just as a filler. Don't really know what to do with that for now. And I could do a ranged attack, but where exactly? I'd say here. And I think I'll have everyone else just do lolly around. But I can use this settler to settle down here. Well, actually not do lolly around, but I kind of want these giant death robots out of my territory, if at all possible. Wait, it's going over here? What on earth? God, I swear if this is because my computer's RAM isn't as powerful as it should be, then I should definitely not even think about recording this game again until I get a better computer. No doubt. Very soon, there will be only 5 turns left in this game. 5 turns between me and liberation. Giant death robot is coming back from Nubia. I don't even know where this game is going anymore. I just want it to end. if I'm not able to get it in this part because of how slow it's been going, then it's definitely gonna end in the next part. For sure. If that's the case, then I'm probably gonna have to treat it like an epilogue of sorts. Now the Aztecs have got a modern AT unit in tow. There's way too much going on at this point. I can tell. I'm starting to get a feeling that if I capture Buda and liberate it to Hungary, then that would add one more civilization to the game, and that'll make the game run slower than it currently is. I think this is just way too much for my computer to juggle around. The computer that I have right now, at least. I'm definitely going to be happy once this playthrough ends. Then I can get back to Balatro and Mega Man Maker. And anything else I've played on this channel. There's a natural disaster, and it's a 1,000-year flood. But I don't think it's in my main empire, from the looks of all these wonders. I know for a fact I haven't built any. Rebellion in 4 turns. I think it's gonna go down to 3 once my turn starts. I think this giant death robot's gonna be... Yep, destroyed. That's one less threat I need to worry about. Aircraft carrier's still making its way back home. Although, I think it's probably going to... I think the jets on it are probably going to be active the second I arrive at the destination. Because of the possibility of there being enemy air and naval units close by. I would have expected a little punch coming from this death robot. but not so. I can use this modern armor unit to capture a rock band. Well, looks like now they're gonna have to call it quits, because I've taken them into captivity. Okay, now the 5 turns remaining thing is going on. Okay, the modern armor unit from Ethiopia is finally destroyed. Although I'm assuming that more is gonna be on their way. So I better keep an eye out. Okay, the death robot is retreating. The death robot from the Aztecs. Or not. This is a little concerning. How unpredictable these AI players can be at times. They want to go to one place, but they end up changing their minds at the very last second. Or I think that might be another giant death robot, because they usually can't heal after they've attacked. They can't attack and heal at the same time, I'm thinking. There's only 4 turns remaining. There's only 4 turns that stand between me and freedom. Okay, that rocket artillery weakened it significantly, so I think this one attack might go ahead and finish it off. And it does. There we go. Pretty expensive loss for Nubia. Harar has rebelled again, which is not really a surprise. But I can just keep on taking it back, no matter what. Oh, I think that's... Uh-oh. I think it's all just downhill from here, from me invading Buddha. Unless I can be able to purchase another one, which I can't. And this is definitely going to rebel in 1 turn, so it's looking like me trying to take Buddha is going to be out of the question. I'm sorry to say. Again, with this, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be very happy once this playthrough's over. Wait, I I just assigned all my policies, yeah. I don't know what happened there, but I'm happy to move on to the next turn. More than delighted. I think this whole Buddha cause might be lost. And it's looking like me maintaining control of all of these cities is gonna be much easier said than done, so I think I'm gonna have what's left of my army and giant death robots over on the second continent retreat. So I won't have to deal with all of the problems on my hands anymore. Again, those biplanes, way too archaic, man. It's jet fighters that are the way to go. Another major flood, which I don't really care about anymore. 3 turns remaining, and still not getting any closer to Buddha, so yep, I'm calling an official retreat. I have to. Don't really have any other choice. And I'm still in enemy zone of control, which is still very bad. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and send this giant death robot back to my civilization. I think that if I even had a chance to capture Buddha with a much stronger army than this, then I would have most likely liberated it and ordered it to try to settle on another planet similar to Earth. In that case, that would be the one that I first played as Hungary on back in my very first playthrough of Civilization 6 for this channel. I kind of wanted to... Oh, my settlers actually arrived. At least there's that. Kumai is the latest city in our sprawling empire, and other civilizations look on in awe. Your civilization has become the largest in the world, with at least 3 more cities than its next biggest rival. Obviously. Kumai, I assume, is another Roman city. Most likely not a prosperous one, but it's there. It's gonna be my little potential encampment for all of the soldiers that have died during my efforts of conquering every single original capital on the map, thus leading me to a domination victory. But I digress. Very soon, there's gonna be 2 more turns that stand between me and the conclusion of it all.
Fetter this malefactor to the
Global warming mitigation has been researched. Or it's a culture. It's a culture that's been completed, rather. And why am I not surprised that Nubia's sending another giant death robot after me? Definitely expected that. I'm not even gonna have enough turns to complete... I hiccuped. I'm probably not gonna... Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna have enough turns to complete the rest of this civic tree. I can only do the smart power doctrine, and I'm not even gonna be through that, to be honest with you. Well, I think it was nice knowing you, giant death robots. You certainly were real ones. Looks like Kylinus has been caught. And the chase sequence... Well, it's only 2 turns left, so what really do I have to lose? But he escaped, so that's good. Don't have to worry about capturing or getting killed. At least. Alright. Hopefully this is going to be the last time I have to fill in any policies that have previously been unslotted because of... I think it was Harar, was it? Yeah, probably. I think it was because of Alhambra, the Wonder. That when completed, it provides a civilization with an additional policy slot. The one time that I need to check the Civilopedia, I check it. Yep, +1 military policy slot. Okay, it looks like my missile cruiser armada has arrived at its destination. Soon followed by my aircraft carrier and the giant death robot I had look over Harar. But it's getting attacked by a submarine and a destroyer from Ethiopia. Oh dear. That's a big yikes for me, dude. I think a few more of those attacks on my robots will do me in. Moderate flood. Yep. Turn 499 of 50. Of 500. Almost said 50.
Even though the future seems...
Ah, man. This playthrough is kinda taking its toll on how I've been trying to speak and get my words in order. Hasn't it? Pretty evident. I think getting a domination victory is a bit too much to ask here, so I'll go ahead and delete this helicopter unit. I'll get rid of this modern armor unit. I don't think it's worth having them anywhere on this continent anymore. I can't even get rid of my giant death robots. Hopefully I can use them. Ooh. Well, that one's dead. Well, if it's just one more time, I'd like to see this awesome jump animation once again. Straight into the water. I think both this encampment and this giant death robot are gonna go after my own death robot at this point, since there is no death robot near Buddha anymore. And both of these machine gun units, too. Can't forget those. I lived once. I died several times. I think this death robot's probably gonna finish me off. Surprisingly, no. I half expected that encampment strike to do me in. Major flood, but it's mitigated. Ooh. 0 turns remaining. So my spy that I sent to neutralize a governor had it neutralized successfully. What is this one doing in my encampment? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I can finally get this giant death robot home, however. Probably have it decommissioned because this game's about to end. And, I'll have Sabrina do a listening post since spy missions are gonna take way too long at this point. So, and there goes my giant death robot over near Buddha. Okay. I think this is all the business I have over here, aside from Babylon, which is at full loyalty. But I'm kind of thinking about giving it back to Ethiopia at long last. Especially since these two cities are about to go back to Ethiopia, but I won't be able to see that happen because it's the final turn of the game. What point is there anymore? There's a giant death robot in my territory. Hull. And with all that, I say that's pretty much it. This was definitely a game to remember for pretty much all the wrong reasons. I'm definitely going to be seeing that defeat cutscene once again, since I don't even think I'll be going for a score victory. Here's the full map if you want to see it. Just pause and look over it carefully. Or you can just rewind. Whatever works better for you. This is what may be the final attack I'll see this game. That cutscene might be... Oh, actually... Huh? It's still going? Well, I think I have a solution for that. Since we've already seen that defeat cutscene, I'm probably going to be... There's not even an option to retire. That is strange. Well, regardless, I think I'm gonna head back into the main menu since turn 500 is definitely as far as I'm going. I'm gonna go ahead and give my final thoughts on Julius Caesar as a playable leader and some things I could have done differently, and then I'll move into some plans that some things I plan on doing in the future. Definitely not until version 1.1 ends. I still have yet to decide on that. Wow, that took way longer than I thought it would. But nothing less I can expect from my current PC setup. Anyway, so that was my Civilization 6 playthrough as Julius Caesar. Final thoughts on JC as the leader? I think that if you were looking to achieve a domination victory, Julius Caesar might just be the leader you'll want to play as, because as stated in his leader description, if I can pull it up real quick. So many leaders with a J in the beginning. The 300 gold, that will become 500 and 700 after these technologies are researched. They're certainly going to be useful if you're short on gold and need to get some troops for any reason. Whether it be having to repel a strong army in your empire proper, or as reinforcements in a foreign land. Especially if one or more of the cities you've captured is about to rebel and become free cities. So, moving on, some things that I could have done differently in this playthrough is to have my cities not be so close together and spread out from each other. I think the city centers I should have placed slightly closer to one another. Honestly, I think England and, to a degree, Germany could have been learned from in how to place my cities in future Civilization playthroughs because of how close together they are, thus saving me some room for potential expansion with more city centers. Also, I think I could have done much more with my campus and encampment districts while I had the chance, because campuses and their buildings provide science, which will play a very helpful role in having much more advanced technology than your rivals, while encampments will increase production for your units and can even let you create corps and armies right off the bat with the proper buildings later on. The final thing that I think I could have done differently was that I could have spread governor promotions much more evenly throughout all of the 7 governors that I had. Because I hardly knew it at the time, but the Policy Communications Office gives +1 loyalty per each promotion that the governor has. And with that, I think that is it for this playthrough of Civilization 6. For good this time. I think I'm going to check out the new Balatro update that was fairly recently released. Then I'm going to take a break from YouTube for about a week. Then I'll finally do some Mega Man Maker videos for version 1.1 of this channel. And I'll see where I go from there. How about that? That's something to get excited about, isn't it? Me finally playing Mega Man Maker after not having done so this version, which, again, I think is pretty criminal. And with that, we're done here. We're all done. I won't have to touch this game again until I get my new computer. Because not really a reason for me to record it anymore. I don't really have any more words to say. That's it. I'm gone. In fact, how about I just leave my room right now and yeah, that's all. Toodles. Bye.